Like me, I bet you're looking forward to the new Marvel movies coming out this year. We have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 releasing very shortly, followed by Spider-Man Homecoming and Thor Ragnarok. And no doubt we can expect the Infinity Stones to feature once again as we begin the road to the Avengers Infinity War movie next year, which will pit the Avengers against their most powerful foe yet, Thanos. But what exactly are the Infinity Stones? Welcome to the Final Frontier. Here is everything you need to know about Marvel's Infinity Stones. You may have heard of the different phases of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Phase 1 introduced the main universe and assembled many of the core members of the Avengers, as well as introduced organizations such as S.H.I.E.L.D. Phase 2 focused on the exploits of the Avengers and S.H.I.E.L.D. following the Battle of New York, and revealed the infiltration of S.H.I.E.L.D. by the evil Hydra group, which ultimately resulted in the creation of Ultron, an artificial intelligence who wanted to destroy the Earth. Phase 3 occurs in the aftermath of Ultron's failed attempt to wipe out humanity when the Avengers have become divided, and will eventually deal with the threat of Thanos, an incredibly powerful warlord who rules over a distant region of space. The Infinity Stones are 6 stones or gems that were created by the cosmic entities Death, Entropy, Infinity and Eternity. It was in Guardians of the Galaxy that the Collector explained the nature of the stones.
Before creation itself, there were 6 singularities. Then the universe exploded into existence, and the remnants of these systems were forged into concentrated ingots. Infinity Stones.
They are the greatest power in the universe.
These stones, it seems, can only be brandished by beings of extraordinary strength. These carriers can use the stone to mow down entire civilizations like wheat in a field.
There are 6 stones in total, each representing a different aspect of the universe: space, mind, reality, power, time, and soul. Of these 6, we have now seen 5 stones in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The Space Stone was contained in the Tesseract, an artifact we first saw stolen from a church in Tønsberg, the oldest town in Norway, by Adolf Hitler's right-hand man Johann Schmidt, aka the Red Skull, during World War II. He used it to power an advanced superbomber designed to drop atomic bombs in US cities. Captain America foiled his plans, and upon touching the Tesseract, the Red Skull disappeared through a portal across space. The Tesseract fell into the sea and was later recovered by Howard Stark of Stark Industries. 70 years later, Loki agreed to retrieve the Tesseract for Thanos, in exchange for the use of Thanos' army, the Chitauri. The Tesseract was used to create a portal above New York City, allowing Loki's army to attack Earth. Fortunately, the Avengers managed to close the portal and foil the attack. The Tesseract was then taken to Asgard, where it is now protected by Heimdall. As well as allowing Loki to use his army in the failed attempt to capture Earth, Thanos also gave Loki a scepter containing the Mind Stone. This scepter allowed Loki to control any person who came into contact with it. Following the Battle of New York, the scepter was stolen from S.H.I.E.L.D. by a sleeper Hydra agent and used for human experimentation in a secret research base in Sokovia, which resulted in the creation of Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch. The scepter was recovered by the Avengers, and Tony Stark, with the help of Bruce Banner, used it to bring life to Ultron, an artificial intelligence designed to protect the Earth. Only Ultron turned against humanity, and with the help of Loki's scepter created Vision, a powerful synthetic being with a vibranium-laced body, into which he planned to upload his mind. However, the Avengers managed to stop Ultron. Instead, Tony Stark and Bruce Banner uploaded the Jarvis AI into his body. With help from Thor's hammer, Vision was born with the Mind Stone embedded at the center of his forehead. Vision used the Mind Stone to destroy Ultron with an energy beam at the Battle of Sokovia, before formally joining the Avengers. During the Convergence, a cosmic event occurring approximately every 5,000 years that brings together all of the 9 realms in alignment, the astrophysicist Dr. Jane Foster became infected with the Ether, a dark red viscous liquid that contains the Reality Stone. Malekith, the leader of the Dark Elves, an ancient race of beings who had previously tried and failed to use the Ether in a battle against the Asgardians, was alerted to the presence of the Ether and reclaimed it. He then took the ether to Earth in an attempt to infect the Nine Realms with eternal darkness. Fortunately, Malekith was destroyed by Thor and his team before he could complete his plans, and the ether was retaken by Asgard. As it was too dangerous to keep two Infinity Stones so close together, the ether was handed over to the Collector for safekeeping. On the planet Morag, hidden in an ancient temple accessible only every 300 years, was the Orb, an artifact containing the Power Stone. It was found by
Star-Lord. Who
immediately found himself being hunted by a number of foes, including Gamora and Ronan the Accuser, who were sent by Thanos himself. Captured by the Nova Corps, Star-Lord and Gamora joined forces and, along with Rocket Raccoon, Groot and Drax the Destroyer, escaped their prison and recaptured the Orb, which they planned to sell to the Collector. Unfortunately, the Collector's assistant tried to grab the Orb and ended up destroying the Collector's museum. The Orb was then captured by Ronan the Accuser, who decided to keep it for himself and destroy the planet Xandar. However, during the Battle of Xandar, Ronan was destroyed and Star-Lord handed over the Orb to the Nova Corps for safekeeping. The Eye of Agamotto, within which resides the Time Stone, is stored in Kamataj, Nepal, where Doctor Strange began investigating its powers to manipulate time. He eventually used the stone to defeat Dormammu, a powerful malevolent primordial entity who ruled another universe known as the Dark Dimension, and, surprise surprise, wanted to take over this universe. Having used the stone's power, Strange left the Eye in Kamataj. The Soul Stone has yet to be seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but we do have a clue about where and when we may expect to see it. There are two theories on what the H could be. Some suggest that Heimdall could be the bearer of the Soul Stone, as he can see all the souls in the Nine Realms. However, it could also be that the stone resides with Hela, the goddess of the spirits of the death, who is expected to play a key role in Thor Ragnarok, which happens to be the final movie before Avengers Infinity War. Only beings of immense power can wield the Infinity Stones, although it is possible to house them in containers to avoid direct contact. The Infinity Gauntlets are used to channel the power of the Infinity Stones. The right-handed set lies in Odin's vault in Asgard, whereas the left-handed one just happens to be in the possession of Thanos himself. Do you still have questions on the Infinity Stones that you want answered? Then please ask away in the comments below and I'll try to do my best to answer each and every single one. Please like and subscribe and don't forget to click the notification bell. You can also follow me on Twitter for science fiction news and Facebook for more personal updates.